Girl, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, do you know this? What? Oh my God.
Oh my God, Shani Lavely and Nicole. Shani Lavely and Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the screen, the vibe is bold. Shani Lavely and Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and voice. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shani Lavely and Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Everywhere. Shani Lavely and Nicole, oh yeah. Grown talk vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.
I don't know how to say this, but I feel like I want to give up on my sons. Like, they lazy, they dirty. The one 14-year-old, he's rude and disrespectful. The boy told me I need to get a better job and make more money, and I need to buy a better house. And I am a single mother of 5. These niggas don't do shit for my kids. I do everything for my kids.
I tell you young girls what nobody's gonna tell you. You got fucking 3 kids at 24 years old. You're getting ready to struggle. You're getting ready to cry. You're getting ready to be depressed. You're getting ready to want to
Hey, it's me. I'm her. I'm the girl that she's talking about in the video. I'm not specifically, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. So she's not talking about me, but I can relate. I'm 23 and I have 3 kids and I'm fucking struggling. This shit is not peaches and rainbows. This shit is hard. I would not wish this life on my worst enemy. The life that you pictured and had and wanted and was promised, is you're not going to get it, babe. Let it the fuck go. Some people do get lucky and they have men that stick around or have this big village. A lot of us aren't lucky like that. Like I said, I have friends that could drop their baby off to anybody. Guess what? They got 1 baby or 2 babies. I have 3 kids. Don't nobody want to watch 3 kids, 3 little babies that still need their diaper change. Nobody want to do it. Sorry. Everybody, that was when you was pregnant. Oh, I'm going to get the baby. I'm going to do this for the baby. What are people at? Them people don't give no fuck. Like she said, there's going to be times when you off yourself. Y'all, look at this. Literally. I stayed in the hospital for a whole fucking week because I had an overdose. I overdosed because I literally did not want to be here no more. I didn't have a pulse for 11 something, almost 12 minutes because I didn't want to be here. I felt like this is not worth being here because
it's easy for them to fix their face, fix their mouth, and try and tell you what you didn't do for them when they was little, or what they didn't get, or what they did without, or how terrible their childhood was. Whole time not even understanding what you sacrificed, you gave up, you did without, how you had to humble yourself, accept less than what you wanted, all because you had them. They will try and drag you over the coals for the remainder of your life like you owe them something. Like my best friend say, what I owe you, you better duck.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Unfiltered at 5. We do not have Leah Nicole on today. She had to be on set, but we have a show coming up for y'all. Today, we are talking about chaos and grace, life as a young mother of 4 with Jayana Bryce. Share your journey of raising your 4 kids, everything from daily chores to daily chaos, quiet wins. Talk about routines, emotional blowouts, burnouts, finding joy in the mess, and building life even when you don't even have life yourself, when you feel like everything is piled on top of you. As a young mom, I'm gonna bring her up. We're gonna talk to her. We're gonna feel what it feels like to be in that place and what it feels like in her world. On top of that, let me bring her up right now. Hey, Jayana. How are you?
Hey, Mama. I am well. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming on and being willing to, talk about being a mom, being a mom of
Mhm.
four
Mhm.
and what that looks like every day for you as a mom, and how do you, what place are you in your life, you know, and what the things you deal with daily. So we're gonna dive right in, y'all, because we only got an hour to get everything done, and hopefully, you all will share the stream to young teenagers, young girls who may be going through this.
Mhm.
See, like, there is it can be hard and it can be rocky, but there also is life after kids.
Right.
Life after kids. So let me just come right, and I'm just gonna ask you one of the hard questions. How many times have you cried silently just so your kids wouldn't see your pain?
Often I cry. I always release. Like I that's my release. That's my safe place. I cry. I get it out. I deal with it. I figure out how I can move through it, and I cry all the time. Like I probably cried before I started this live because I knew you was gonna be pressured some questions.
But you got to ask the questions, because we got, I can be in a grocery store and I can see young girls with babies, and I see like the life sucked out of them. Like they don't
Mhm.
have, I was 25 when I had my first child, and I know how I felt. I
Mhm.
felt like my whole world had stopped. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I just felt like, what am I gonna do? I used to look at my child all the time and be like, what am I gonna do with you? Because
Right.
everything in my world stopped. So it's like now I got this life that's looking at me, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's the questions. Like, when you crying, what are you crying about?
I
What's the
just cry because I don't want to fail them. I don't want them to be failures. I just think about everything I had to go through and went through in life. I just think about like I'm not gonna always be here. Like they may not always be here. Just the uncertain things that we have to deal with in life that can occur at any moment. It scares me. So I just cry, and I take them and I put them back in God's hands, because he used me to bring them into this world, and I just pray over them fervently. I pray over my kids all the time, and I just like, God, use me to do what I need to do to prepare them for this world, and you make sure they are covered. So that brings me joy, knowing that they're gonna be covered. Like even if I'm not always there, I know that God is gonna be with them, and I teach my kids to know God, and so they can always have somebody to run to. Because I tell them all the time, Mama not gonna always be there, and they done had moments where Mama wasn't always there. So I just be trying to prepare them for whatever uncertain situation that may occur happens, to know that y'all got each other. I keep them close. So that's why I'm kind of cool. I had all these kids because shoot, they got each other.
when you have you ever felt judged by people being a young mother?
Yes, like even with just like my last baby, I just had a baby like 3 weeks ago. And everybody like told me what I should do, like, and my God is the author and the creator of life. So I feel like if he keep using my wombs to bear these children, I'm not finna keep just because I may not be prepared. You never know how 9 months can change your life. You never know how a year, even if you pour into these kids, how they can be your bread, your butter, and your wine. So you just gotta trust the process. That's what I would tell every young mother. Like it may not seem all sunny days right now, but if you trust the process and you trust God for real, and
Mhm.
don't let people judgment, because I don't listen to fruit or trees that don't bear no fruit, like, or people that ain't where I want to be, or I kind of don't listen to what they say. I take heed to what people tell me, but I don't listen. I don't let what they tell me or they fear of what life can be dictate how my life gonna go. I trust God for real.
So let me ask you, what is the hardest truth that you have to face about yourself while raising your four kids?
That Tyler, Tiana, and Sunny, they are their own individual person. And Jayana is Jayana. I'm me. I can't live for you. You can't live for me. Like, I tell them all the time, I've been 9. Y'all ain't been 29 or 30 before. I just hit 30 September 12th. Thank God for the grace that He done put on my life. But I tell them all the time, like, y'all have to get here. So that's the biggest truth. Like, y'all have to get here. And y'all got to be able to be smart to navigate through life to get here with wisdom and understanding, and with knowledge. Like it's not always this world is beautiful. God created a beautiful world, but when the lights go, when the sun go down, it get real. You know what I'm saying? It get real.
What's the
So
realest thing for you in a day? You wake up in the morning. You got the baby now, the newborn.
hmm
You got
hmm
the three. How old are your kids again?
I got an 11-year-old and he in sixth grade. I got a 9-year-old, she's in fourth grade. I got a 5-year-old and she's in kindergarten.
And then you have a newborn that's how old?
And he's gonna be 1 month, October 2nd.
Okay, so your morning, you get up, you tired. What do you do? What is your do you just say this is something I gotta do? I gotta get up, I gotta or do you ever just sit there and just hold your head and be like, God, this is a lot?
Yeah, I do get up or some mornings, and like you said, sometimes I just cry, like Lord, like even this morning, 'cause I had so many places to be, and I had to realize I'm only one person, and I can't spread myself too thin and be burnt out, because sometimes I just be burnt out, like I be like, dang, I wish I had a little more help, or a little more, you know what I'm saying, somebody to come and fill in where I'm lacking it, but I had to sit there and breathe. I had to breathe. I had to remember, like, don't work yourself up because
Right?
this ain't something, you know what I'm saying, that like I told you, I didn't plan for this, but it's something that formed in my life, and now I have to shape and mold it to be how I need it to be for it could work for me and my kids. I try not to be selfish and think about myself, like, cause I could be selfish and be like, man, I don't care about no kids. Ain't nobody worrying about me, so I ain't got to worry about them. But I look
Right.
at them and I think about how I want them to get ahead and be better than me. And I think that willpower, them seeing me getting up every day and I'm doing it, I'm looking good, I'm pouring into myself too. That keep me going because I got girls, beautiful little girls. So they look at me, they be like, Mama be doing it. Mama, like, it just give me that, it give me chills. Like I be like, okay, I could do it. It's tiring. It's very much tiring. I wake up some days and I cry and I look at my kids and like, Lord, I ain't even got $20 in my pocket today. But you know what? I'm gonna make what I do have stretch until I can get where I gotta get and get to where I'm trying to go. And I know you gonna fulfill my empty cup because I'm trusting you. Like I be trusting him. Like I be trusting him. Like,
Right, right. So one of the guys on the show, Clayton, he says, "How come she put herself in that position?" So he's asking, "Why would you put yourself in the position to have four kids at 30?"
yeah, we be young and dumb and just living life. Niggas be out here. I be like, listen, listen, young, dumb, full of cum, and just. I grew up in a big family, so I'm not gonna. And like I say, I don't put my responsibilities on nobody. Like I don't bother people with my problems. I just try to find solutions to solve them. So it ain't like I be, you know what I'm saying? I be broke down and shaking. I just, hey, I gotta roll with it. I put myself in that position called young, dumb, and full of cum, and I like to do it. Shoot, I like to
So,
do
so,
it.
so,
I like to do
so
it.
I hear you. So where? Okay, so you have a newborn,
Mhm.
and there's still the three. So what does that look like in the morning? Like the baby's up in the morning, you got to get that one ready. You got to get the kids out. How does your day? How do you move?
You gotta have a mind of preparedness. You gotta be prepared. Like this baby probably finna get up. Guess what? I got a bottle already ready in the warmer. I already get the kids. I already know my kids big enough to know. I need your school clothes. Y'all need to be prepared. They already keep their hair done. It just flows like because it's a system. We don't create a system. My kids are not. I ain't got no. They don't find nothing wrong. I ain't got no special kids around here. They act like they ain't dumb. They know what to do. They done been doing it long enough to
Mhm.
know I need to, and I'm stern. I'm real. Like I'm y'all. I love y'all. We cool, but I ain't your friend. But they know what to do in the morning. They get up and they make my morning easier because they get up with that. My kids love school, so they get up ready. They get up ready. My kids be prepared. It's
So
called preparedness. Be
so
prepared.
so Clayton asks. He says, "So where is the father? The children's fathers?"
Okay, well, geez, I'm just saying,
I mean, they're gonna ask
but
questions because
I
this is
got
what filter.
I
So they're
got
gonna ask.
four different baby daddies. So I got four options of men. Okay, so listen.
I'm not laughing with you, crazy girl. I'm not doing this today.
I got four options. But no, listen. Honestly, my they be around. Like I don't know. They be around. I ain't on here being no pity party. I'm just want to show awareness to us women and how we get through it. Like it's always light at the end of the tunnel. So I have my baby daddies, they're around. Like they not deadbeats, none of them on child support. I don't run no man down about their responsibilities. We maintain it, we getting through it. Like you know what I'm saying? We getting through it. I've been actually been married for like 10 years to my daughter daddy, like my before my young baby I just had, going through divorce right now. But I literally didn't go through none of my pregnancies alone, or like I always had somebody there, like helping me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that feel like to just be like a single mother, because I always had help. You know what I'm saying? I always had like help. But I do know what it feel like to be tired and to be broken sometimes, and to feel like, okay, I need to worry about me. And so I don't know. I don't know.
So
They around.
when you get to those moments where you feel like I just want to, I'm tired. Like like, okay, so I have two kids. And I remember, being a mother young. I thought 25 was young when I had my first kid. I was, and I was in a bad situation. I had money, I had all the money in the world. I could have built a whole mountain, but
Right.
brokenness. I was broken and I didn't want to have a baby. Like, I had it and I looked at it and I knew it was mine. But as far as wanting a baby, I never wanted one. It was just like, oh my God, this is interrupting my life.
Oh wait, well, yeah. See me, I'm not gonna see me. Everybody was telling me get rid of. I was like, no, I won't. See, and somewhere in the little girl in my head, I wanted to be a mom. I want, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't selfishly thinking about myself, thinking, oh, I didn't want it, but I'm doing everything to get it. You get what I'm saying? Like you're doing everything to get it, but you saying like you don't want it. So it's just like and somewhere in my head, I wanted to be a nurturer. Because guess what? Growing up, I wasn't always nurtured. I wasn't always like I'm not gonna say love. I had a lot of love around me, but I wasn't always like nurtured and catered to. So I wanted to have something that was mine, and I wanted to love it. I wanted to, build up. I remember you remember when I first got pregnant with my son Tyler. Everybody was at my throat. You were too young. I was 18. I was still in high
Young, and
school.
I told you was young.
Everybody was telling me like you not ready. You shouldn't be
I would never
worried.
tell somebody to have an
You
abortion.
was, yeah, you didn't, you never,
I wouldn't do that.
never, and that's one thing I love, because I was trying to run and go be with you. I was like, well, I'm getting away from my home. I'm gonna go cover to be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I
Mama
was,
Michelle's house,
you
right?
knew
Mama
me.
Michelle gonna be there to take everybody in all way.
Yeah, like, and you
Um,
already told me like if you need me, I'm there. So I just wanted to feel that void I had within myself, or not, like of just loving somebody and just having that unconditional love. And at that time I was young, like I said, I was young, a little dumb, and I just wanted to bring something in the world that I thought would bring closeness to me and the partner I had at the time, or I was feeling a void that I didn't have.
so Aaron said, I commend her for being a good mom and handling her business with her children. Clayton said, so you are having unprotected sex. We're going to answer these in the way they're coming up. He said, so you're having unprotected sex. Aaron said, so many questions as young people did, or did we actually plan to have these children? And then Johnny just came on and said, hi, Queen. So let's start from him saying you're having unprotected sex. You have 4 kids. You have 4 baby daddies. So we know the sex is unprotected.
I'm talking about in it. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about
I mean, they're
it.
gonna ask the questions, honey. This is unfiltered at 5.
Yes. And then you know what? I'm also having unprotected sex, but I'm also protecting myself. Like I'm not just out here just giving it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely in long relationships. Like everybody I had kids with, I'm literally been with for years. Like years. I'm having health checkups. Like thank God. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Okay,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
let me ask
But
you one of the harder questions, and this one's
yeah,
gonna hit a little heavy.
yeah.
You have 3 kids,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And at no point do you ever think that it's unfair to the other 3 to have another one, that they're not sitting there going, well, damn,
Yes, and that was a
mom.
question I wanted to ask you. Like, I really was thinking about that too, because I found myself pouring into one child, and I was gonna ask you, how do you find the time to pour into all your kids and give them the unconditional love that they're yearning for, when you gotta kind of pour into this child a little more because they're a little more different, or this one got a different love language than this one? Like how, like I really am still learning that too as 30. Like, and when you got all these different kids and different, entities running
Personality.
around you, yeah, how
Mhm.
do you pour into these kids and give them that type of, like, I know I'm giving them the love, but the attention that they need. Like I do feel like that is selfish. I really, that one thing I do, I be, I that's where sometimes the resentment come in. Like, damn, like I should not, you know what I'm saying? I know better. Like now I know better. Cause you know what I'm saying? You just doing stuff. But it's like, dang, that's the one thing I do want to learn. I wanted to ask maybe a mother who's been a mother longer and has done experience and things. How do you pour into the other kids that ain't the younger kids, and how you treat them all equal? And when one acting out, how do you tend, like how? Like I'm still learning that. I
That's
don't,
that's that's the question that's the one of the hardest ones. You know,
yeah.
my kids are 2 ages apart. I got one that's 30 and I got one that's 22. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I got one that lives as a woman and I have one that lives as a boy. I
Mm-hmm.
have one that might think I ain't do nothing right as a mama. I was young. You know, when I had my first child, I was young and I acted young. You know, it was the reality of having a child. You know, just I got a kid, I got this baby. And now my baby's like my partner. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go on these roads together. We're gonna go on these roller coasters together because there was no baby number 2 at that time. So I'm roller coastering with number 1. That's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my baby is my best friend, which was the wrong right there all by itself. Because every
Mm-hmm.
struggle, every headache, every battle, every man, everything that I did wrong, everything that I didn't do right, that child lived it. It
Mm-hmm.
might have been half of the problem that I could have taken away. But being young, you know, oh, this is emotional for me. Being young and trying to balance life. I was trying to balance myself. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have this
Mm-hmm.
kid and I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with this. And it's that same thing. Was I looking for, was I trying to fill a void? Like you said, I had a kid wanting this love that I was surrounded by love. I've always been
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by love, but feeling love may not have been what I was feeling. So now
And
I have
that's, yeah.
this kid. It's kind of like a toy. It's kind of like I got this baby, but then I didn't understand. They cry. They wake up in the middle of the night. They need
They
stuff.
grow up. They
Right,
want stuff.
they need me. I have to
They
get out here
need.
and I have to get it. So my determination has always been to get it. My drive
Mm-hmm.
is always, I gotta get it because there's nobody behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I'm gonna have to move, I'm gonna have to shake and bake, and I'm gonna have to do it on my own. So you have these kids. You have 11, 8, I think you said
9,
9.
11, 9, 5, and a newborn.
So now the newborn's gonna take your time now because you're
Yes, sir.
now to the newborn. So now you
Yes.
have girls. They're looking at mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy is being looked at like, that's my mama. Now my mom has 4 kids. You got to take it in mind how a little girl gonna
Yeah.
think. Little girl's gonna think like a little girl. Now, do I go out and do what my mama did, or do I don't do what my mama did? Those are the things that you have to
Yeah.
lay that foundation down. And how many men or how many do they see in rotation, or how many times they see a different person? All of these things little girls look at because
Mm-hmm.
they're following their example.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you expose them to, they're exposed to it. Whether it's you cursing, whether you, drinking weed, smoking weed in your house, whether you have loud music playing with curse words and they're bopping to it, they're the reflection of what you pour into
Yeah,
them.
they soak up everything.
Everything.
That's why I had to learn how to set boundaries for myself. My kids don't be exposed to the different men. I don't come play where I lay at. Maybe they don't come and be around that. I don't smoke around them. I don't do unwomanly things around my kids. Now maybe cussing a little bit, I might sit out. I'm yeah, a little bit. But I try to polish up around my kids because I know, for example, their examples. And like my baby Sunny, she was my baby. Like our
Right.
breastfed Sunny between that was my, but Sunny 5 now. So Sunny done transitioned to big girl school. So Sunny's learning how to be like, okay, I can wing off mama. I can wing off mama. And now mama got a new baby. So now I'm a big sister. So it's like they are living this with me. So they are understanding like life is like I'm growing up. We growing up. We are getting, we getting of age. So it's like that's true. Like that's why I have to set real strong boundaries in front of my kids. And it sometimes it
Sometimes
don't.
it's not that easy though.
Yeah.
Clayton said, what I understand about ladies in real life, the problem is with all the females don't have no sense until they get pregnant. They come to their senses. Why it takes so long for you ladies to wise up. he's saying like, why is
Well,
it
Clay, and it seemed like you just don't like women. I don't know what to tell you because I feel like we get wiser as we
Clayton gonna
go
say what he
through.
gonna say now on
Yeah,
this
we get wiser as we go through and we experience stuff. If we had men that didn't come around and just lay with us and play with us and leave us, then maybe we had men that guide us and stood up on their 2 feet and be men instead of try to be combative and try to play women roles. Maybe women wouldn't have such long times of wising up if these men didn't play games. Like I'm not experiencing that though. So I understand his questionnaires and stuff like that, but it's like,
right, right. He
like,
said he gonna ask the question. He gonna ask the
yeah,
question.
we get it. It just seemed like I don't know. He's talking about like he's speaking for all women that he have experienced in his life. So I don't think that really like work sticks for the women over here because I think wisdom come with experience. You have to experience stuff. We're not gonna know that this is not what we like. A kid ain't gonna know a stove is hot unless they put their hand on the stove and get burnt. Like you got to go through experiences to understand what to do and not to do. It may took me a minute to go through about 3, 4, 5 men. You know what I'm saying? To understand, like, baby, okay, can't keep having these kids and going through all these problems.
Okay.
Like,
So you said you was married for 10 years.
yes, I experienced that too. I done experienced trying to be a housewife. That didn't really work for me either. Like, I don't know.
And why did that not work for you?
Cause I didn't appreciate it at the time, and then the type of man it was like we came from two different parts of the earth. I just back then, you know what I'm saying. I'm a hot girl. I like hot boys. Like he was a little cool. He was a medium. He was chill, and I wasn't used to
So
chill.
you have
Something.
when did you get married?
I got married when I was young. I got married when I was 18.
18. And then you had your first child by your first
Mm-hmm.
uh, boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get married, and then there's two babies. So we have baby number 11, baby number 9, and baby number
Mm-hmm.
just be
Baby
fat.
number 11.
And we have
Yes, yeah, I'll tell you, I was a hot girl. See, I got married. I got married for unreasonable circumstances. I got married. I got married just to be getting married, just because I just got married.
so
But
you got there and
yeah.
you have these two babies, and these babies are these babies by this same marriage, or were you
No.
a hot girl?
It took for me to learn how to be a chill girl to get a baby out my husband. So I was still a hot girl. I was young. I was still in school. I was still traveling. Like I was from, back and forth from Florida. Like I'm from Florida. So I was just living life. Like I really got married to my husband for every reason women get married, for security. Like my husband was he was security for me. Like I didn't look at it as like,
He was
oh,
safe.
this is, yeah, he was like, he was kind of saving me, like, and I didn't appreciate that. Okay, God sent you this blessing and this savior, like type stuff, because I didn't look at no man as like no savior. I'm just looking like, okay, he just producing money for me. But if I would have took heed to like, okay, this is a good man, like he's a good man. It took me to have his baby to realize, okay, dang, he's a good man for real. And then me to be pregnant, he was there for my whole pregnancy, so I had a good man. Like I had a
He
great.
was there. He was there for your pregnancy for a baby that was not his.
Not even his. Like that's what I'm saying. And he was looking at me like you just like I don't know. Like I just appreciate that man. I appreciate him so much. Oh, yes
So
indeed.
so so is he involved in his child's life, the one that is his, or is he involved in all of their
Mm.
lives?
He's still involved with all that. Like they still look at him as like dad. Like, dad.
Okay. Valon said, Amen. It takes two to tango. Unplanned pregnancies exist. All the men are held accountable. I agree.
And
Um,
but men don't have to be pressed down with the child like the mother though. Like mothers have to sacrifice. Like we have to sacrifice ourselves for these kids. Even when we go through birth, like we have to sacrifice our body, our life to produce. And men can still be out here running scot free, going to get another girl pregnant, and another, and bringing mental stress. And that's why all them women in the beginning of these videos are going through all that trauma, because they're dealing with people who really just wanted to lay down with them. They didn't want to raise no child up with them. They didn't want to be there. Like sometimes people don't really want to be there to have no child with you. Some people just like to do what they do. Good thing I was blessed to like people really wanted to raise a child with me, like, and see life with me. Some people don't see life with you. They just see a good time with you. Sometimes people are just be good times, and some people be life partners. Good thing I think I come off as a wife, like a woman. Like I'm not coming up as no little flame thing and you just won't leave me alone. Like you gonna love it here. Like you gonna love it here. Like I
okay.
don't know.
Clayton said, I'm talking for all the ladies in the world because I've seen this shit all over the world. Then he says, I love women, but they ain't always have problems which we men can't solve. Like, I guess he's
True.
saying they have,
True.
this is my thing. Okay, so you have baby number one, you have baby
Mhm.
number two. Was and you earlier said that you was looking for something. So there's a void. There's
Mhm.
something you're trying to fill.
Mhm.
That's factual. And we're gonna talk
Mhm.
real talk.
Yeah.
There's some gap of something that you're needing to fulfill in you while you feel like these kids are going to bring you the love because
Yeah.
you're having them and they all have their different dynamics, but
Mhm.
you're also having them, but you're taking from them at the same time
Mhm. And
because now
that's
you
selfish.
stretch. You see what I'm saying? You're stretched. So what is it? What the bigger question is, what are you trying to fill? What is the void that
And
you have in
then
your heart that you're trying to fill?
And I'm gonna answer that and Clay question. I think we be feeling like for that love, we be yearning for a man love. Because I not only was I having these kids for myself too, I was thinking maybe it'll bring me and the person I'm with closer because they're lacking something too. They may be lacking somebody to love them, and they want me to pour into this love. I'm thinking maybe okay, maybe if we loving our child together, it'd be like you know what I'm saying, a unity, like a union. So I just feel like. I feel like not when I'm taking from them too, but I'm also setting them up because I'm letting them know that we got each other. Like it's us. Like my kids. Like it's us. Like I'm
Mhm.
not. Mama don't know what she doing. Mama got a lot to learn, but Mama is. I love y'all. Like I love y'all, and I want y'all to love each other. Like I don't know. I don't think honestly.
But Gianna, broke people can't fix broke people, baby. Like you
Right.
have to understand if you're broken and you're
Mm-hmm,
dealing with somebody else who's broken,
mm-hmm,
you have this baby, and now you're thinking this baby is going to be the bridge
right.
to hold you together. Two broke people can't fix each other, honey. They can't.
Right.
It's just going to be chaotic.
Yeah, and I think every woman realize that when they get to know God for real, because that's right. Like a broke people cannot broke people, but when you broken down and you realize that okay, the love I'm getting that's so unconditional from these kids, it's like okay, dang, you only get this type of love by really loving, really like truly finding out how to love yourself. And
Mhm.
like I think it took me to that, like having my kids, and it's just all been a learning process. Like I'm learning every day, but the love I give to them is real. The love I receive from them is real. So it's like I ain't gonna. I wouldn't trade it. Like I wouldn't trade nothing.
So if you had to do something again, what would you
Mhm.
do?
I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't spread myself so thin. I think I would like cherish myself a little more and not like try to pour into a lot of broken people because I feel like I poured into a lot of broken people thinking I could fix them up or we could fix each other or like having these babies would fix the problem because now we stuck with each other forever. Like that was our forever. You know how people like, well, we with each other forever. I would think like, okay, having these kids was not like our forever. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't look at everybody that I experienced and encounter in life.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be so vulnerable to give myself away like that. But you know,
Right, right.
I would
Um,
give myself away.
so what is a weight that somebody could carry for you? If you could give somebody a weight that's yours, what would it be?
I wouldn't even give nobody a weight because I don't even carry my own weight. I cast all my cares upon the Lord because He cares for me. I don't even carry burdens and weight. I don't even carry baggage. I let things be. I let it be what it's gonna be. I don't even put the stress on people that ain't a part of the problem. I don't weigh them down with the problem. I wouldn't give nobody no weight to carry a mind. I think the advice I give people is to really get to know yourself and get to know God and learn what unconditional true love is. I wouldn't give nobody no weight of mine because I don't even carry them. I promise you, I don't. If it's out of my control or if it's too big for me, I
Uh-huh.
release it. I let go of it. I don't drag along nothing that's gonna slow me down. I already got kids, and I can't just throw them off to nobody, and I wouldn't. So I would just I trust in the Lord and figure it out. I
Do
wouldn't
you
throw
have
nobody.
family help? Does like your parents help you? Like do you have help with raising the kids. Like
For
if you
sure. For sure. I definitely, God be the glory. I wouldn't even be with this roof over my head if it wasn't for my mama and her name. You know what I'm saying? So and even when I had a little time away from me, my mama, my kids didn't go to the system or nothing. My kids went with my mama. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my daddy not here, but my even my I got a big family. So I wish my sister them or if somebody would be seeing me out here just down bad struggling ain't help. Nah, I ain't grow up with that type of shiesty family, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't finna just babysit your kids while you go out here and make another one. They ain't, if you ain't finna go, they not finna. But definitely, if it's like push come to shove, oh yeah, I'm definitely
Clayton said, Boo, I'm going to advise you to take your time, love yourself. I understand you only I understand you only you can fix you, only you and fix your problems. No one can, so take your time.
true.
Like I think that's the bigger thing here. I think you like sometimes when you have kids and you have a lot of them at one time, when you get to an older age, you're going to feel like you miss life because you spend your life raising children. Your life is raising kids. So you
Mm,
have really no life. So
do
when
you
you
know the one thing I do to make me to make to for me to remember that I do have a life and I'm not gonna put that burden on my kid. That's like even throwing the weight on my kids. Y'all made me miss life. I know somebody like that. So I wouldn't be like that. Like I honestly feel like no, what I do for me, I take self-care. I take time to pour into myself so my kids can see that you can still have a life, even if it's not the life that you order or plan for yourself, you can still shape up a good life for yourself. Like I take time for myself. You see, I go get my nails done, I keep my hair done, I keep myself looking good. I like to look youthful. I go out there and go throw the football with my sick kids. I I amplify them into my life so we can enjoy life together. I don't just be like y'all cheating me out of life. I don't walk around like, well, it's because of y'all I can't go do this. Because it's nothing that I will want to be doing right now that wouldn't involve my kids. Like I'm trying to build a foundation right now for me and my kids. Like I'm not trying to just I'm not selfish to think of just about me. I never been a selfish hearted person or thought, but just it's all about me, world. No, once I started having these kids, I started to sacrifice. I started to sacrifice for them. Like it ain't no more about me no more. It's about us. How can we? That's why everything I do is about us. JB and her family, her many me's. Like I what I do for me to remember that I still am me and I'm Jayana. That's why I told you I'm Jayana, they Tyler, they Tiana, they son, they them. I pour into me. Baby, when y'all go out for the school, guess what? Mama finna go love on herself. Mama finna go make herself look like something. She gonna be present. I'm finna show up for y'all because y'all gonna see, oh, well, mama still got it. My daughter, she can do back bends and flips. Guess what? Mama can too.
right.
Oh, okay. I know people like that who, oh, it's your fault. I couldn't do this. It's me raising you. I sacrifice. No, that ain't how you do that because guess what? Like, I wouldn't do that to them. I wouldn't do that.
Do you ever feel like I'm trying to word this right? Do you ever feel like people look at you and notice things about you and just say like she's delusional, like she's not being true, she can't be in this happy place that she's putting herself in, she can't be happy with all these kids, she can't be, you ever feel like people are judging you on that level and saying those things like about you?
I wouldn't know because I'm audacious. Like I am very much so delusional. Like I'm very much so I am all those things because
You're
I
delusional,
create
really?
I create the space I want to be in. So if that made me look delulu, if that made me look crazy to the eyes of parents, I know my heart though. For if you ever experience, you're gonna be like, that is naturally who this girl is. She make the best for her and her kids. Me and my kids do many things. My kids done been across, they done traveled. They done been places. They enjoy life. But if I was to bring my kids right here on this camera and you just look at them, I promise you gonna say she delulu. She crazy. Them kids is happy. Them kids look well. Them kids is yes. I am audacious. Like I am very much so like yes, like I'm told so when it comes to my safe place and my happiness because sometimes you have to put yourself in a place you will want to be. I'm always in my la la land because if I was to sit here and worry about the real world all the time, I'd be one bitter, miserable person. And I'm not gonna let that even sprout up in me. I'm gonna always be I'm always gonna be gracious and with myself and with my situation. It may not be favorable, it may not be the best, but guess what? It could be worse. It could be worse.
Right.
And you see, it's some women up here at 23 up there, they ready to kill. I told you I can't even relate to that. I ain't never want to kill myself because my kids is what worth me living for. I ain't never said and thought about I ain't never thought like that. And I guess that made me delusional because I wouldn't dare to not be able to see my kids grow up. I wouldn't even cheat myself or my kids because that's selfish. Like people sometimes think so much about themselves and that's what cheat them out of the experience of being there for their kids. One thing my kids can say, Mama probably did, have it, but she was there. Mama showed up to everything that we wanted to do. Mama made sure we enjoyed and we stood together. We did everything that we needed to do. My kids, my kid, my kids in our life is really like for a speak for themselves, and that's why I do want to be more out here and an advocate for parents, like showing up and showing and understanding that you can have a life and it amplifies with you living it with your kids. You ain't always got to count your kids out to have a life. Like your kids can be involved into your life. You have to find a way to work them into what you want to do so y'all can live a life.
So what do
Like
you do if a man doesn't want to be bothered with your kids?
I don't
If
give a
you
damn. I
you're
got
like,
options. I don't give a damn about being no one to be my kids. I ain't trying to get nobody else. I ain't trying to get nobody else on my roster, baby. I don't give a damn. Like, baby, a man see me, he gonna want to. He see me and these kids. He gonna want to be involved. Like, damn, I don't
yeah,
know.
okay, so Valon said, yes, Clayton, you're right. She has to love herself and take her time. Um, Clayton said, she's a good mama. I know it. He can see that in you. Bob just said hi. And then Clayton said, Boo, just be happy. God always going to keep going to help you out no matter what God always got you going through. He's going to help you through
Yeah.
it. But at some point,
And I trust that. And I'm delusional about that. Like I'm very delusional about that. Like people be asking like why you think because I'm like that for real. Like you can't one thing about this life though, you can't mix your worry. You can wonder about it all. But when you worry something and always I'm faithful. Like to God and to knowing that he got me, baby, it ain't nothing that I ain't been through that I ain't got through.
but Gianna, when do you stop? When do you stop and say, okay, I got my kids, I got this last baby daddy. I gotta sit down now, and I gotta stop being out here. I gotta stop being that girl. I gotta stop laying down unprotected. I gotta stop because this is a lot. You know what I'm saying?
My son said yes. um,
Yeah, when do you sit and say, and then have you ever sat down? Like, yeah, I know that's little Tyler. Have you ever sat down and said, "Hey, what do you feel? What do you feel about this situation? How do you feel that I had this other baby? What do you think's gonna
I
happen?"
do.
And what do
I
they
think now. I
what do
think
they
now
say?
because I got my two boys and I got my two girls. So now I'm thinking like, okay, I got enough. Like now I know it's enough on my plate. Like it's enough. Like I'm really am at that stage where I'm at enough, and I do want to experience like I do want to experience. See me, I just be feeling sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, mom. I be feeling like I'm not no one man's girl. I'm made to love people. Like I'm supposed to
Well,
love
you can
people.
love people. Let me tell you, you can love people with
Supposed
your
to
legs
love
closed.
people.
You don't have to. I love people too, but I ain't
Yeah.
gonna stretch
My
my.
legs ain't always open, but it just seems if they might fly open because he might just I don't know, but I
You gotta
just love
learn. You
people.
have
I
to
just
learn
love people.
self.
I
You
don't
have
know.
to learn self control, especially being an advocate.
And
So
that's a fruit of the spirit. I do because
that,
and I'm
that's
I'm
that's like a
learning.
demonic spirit almost. It's like you had this little urge, you get this little thing, you be like, oh, y'all want this nigga. You right, you know how many niggas I run into all day. I think it's sexy and attractive and amazing and wonderful, and they be smelling good, and I be wanting to cha-cha. Baby, my brain will register. I'd be like, oh no, honey, I can't. Because you gotta pray that out of you. You gotta remove
Yeah, I
whatever
do.
it is that you're lacking, that you feel like you have to do that to feel whole, because that's what you're doing.
Man, I do. And you know what? That's why I stay in the house. Because the moment I walk outside, baby, I be like, Lord, I'm finna catch 5 bodies. I can't
No,
even go
you
outside.
cannot do that. You have to be stronger than that. You can't sit here and say, I'm a strong mom. I want to take care of my kids. I'm going to be the right person. And then you come up with baby number 5.
Lord, and baby number 5 come out of me. I promise you, Jesus himself got to place him in my uterus. Because I promise you, I'm not going to fall that short or that weak no more. I'm not having no more children. Listen, having children is out the window, baby. I don't learn my lesson. I don't want no
You
more
sure about this now?
children.
Because I don't know now. I'm getting a little uncertainty. You're like,
But
you're like, I
see,
don't
none of
know.
my kids ain't never been back to back. I ain't never just pop kids out back to back. All my kids got a 3 to 5 year gap. I know how to keep it. I know how to keep it. Like honestly, I know how to be a modest woman. I know how to close my legs and cross them and not open them unless I want to be consensual. Like I gotta want to be consensual. It gotta be. It gotta. Sometimes
Well, you
real
didn't want to be consensual 4 times.
by 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Ooh,
You
jeez.
consensually. There is no. You
I'm
can't just be like, oh,
still.
this nigga cute. He looked like whoop the
I'm
whoop.
still.
It's good. Because if that's
I
the
just
case,
be
you
feeling
always
like I be thinking, Lord, because if they talk about it in the Bible, Jezebel. It's just like I be feeling like
but you're
sometimes
not
like
Jezebel. You're not her. We're not gonna take the raunchiest person in the Bible and be her. We're gonna
I
take
might
somebody
got.
that's good in the
She
Bible.
might be my auntie or something. She might be my lost auntie or something.
Hey, you
Cause
gotta it's self-control. You gotta
it
understand
is.
things that hit us in our lives, things we do. You got to learn, baby, from the mistakes you made. You got to learn from it. Maybe God said, I'm gonna give her, she gonna have this one kid. Let's see if she learned. You ever take it that way? Change
But
the
I think
narrative.
I
Change
think I and I do. I try to switch. I promise you, I do. But I be feeling like them. I be feeling like this. I be feeling like if God gave me that baby and it passed the 3 month mark, it was meant to be him. Cause I normally catch it on the 30-day mark. But if it sit in my stomach longer than 30 days, it was meant to be here. It was meant to be here. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
it's unfair. Like, why would you have unconsent? Why would you
Well,
have
then I don't know when having a lot of kids really became such a problem because my daddy got 26 kids, my mama got 6. Like I grew up in a big family. I grew up with people having a lot of children.
but the bigger question is, does it make it right?
What make it wrong? God said go be fruitful.
The God said be fruitful. God also said be married and have a husband. And he also say don't have commit adultery, fornication. There's words that come along. You just can't take the piece out the Bible that
Listen.
you got to apply the whole verse. You can't just say, oh, God
You,
said be fruitful. He
yeah,
said be
okay.
fruitful, but he
Yeah,
also said don't be out here running
but
yourself like a hoe.
but listen, I got a husband who's open. Back then in the day, they had many wives and stuff like that. I don't understand why I can't have many brother husbands and stuff. They think it's cool. It's cool
You
when
know
they do it.
that's not no good look for no woman that's 30 years old.
Listen, I do. It's not worry
Like,
about the eyes of others.
how do you feel as a woman when you lay down with these men and it's nothing after that? It's just okay, we knocked up, we done made a baby, and they're they there
Oh,
for a
but
minute.
no, anybody I made a baby with, it's always been something. But if I'm having consensual sex and I just wanted just to test drive you and make sure you know what I'm saying, you rocking and rolling,
Test
I
drive.
I don't be feeling
We're not test driving humans now. We're not gonna do that at 30, okay? We not
You got to test drive you. You could give a man 3 months of your time and he don't screw you good when you get to that 90th day, baby. It's a problem. Now I want to see
and then
what
you
your
then you
brother.
on to body number 2. Okay,
I'm on to your
how many
daddy.
how many bodies do you think you have in your life at 30?
Okay, so at 30 for real, because honestly, I've been in long relationships. So I ain't just out here just being pat. A lot of people can't say they had me now. I can say I had who I wanted, but a lot of people can't just I let people chase me, but they don't always catch up with me. But in my lifetime for real, I'm 30. I think I probably had about 20, 25 bodies. Probably 30. Shit, 30 for 30. I
I'm
don't
not. I can't. Man, he said, "Good going." He said, "God going to send you an angel to help you out. Someone's coming out of this blues. Someone who sent from God. When you do find out someone came back and Shelly Live, he's trying to say Shelly Live and tell us about it. So he's saying when you find somebody, I'm gonna come back on this live and I'm gonna tell him that you found somebody that's
No,
for
but the
you.
thing is, I think I have found a lot of people and I brought a lot of love to their life. You know what I'm saying? I think I done met my love. I done met plenty like probably soulmates, twin flames. You just never know. Like that's what I'm saying. I just be thinking like sometimes like I don't like you say I don't have to give myself to everybody I encounter, but I do feel like I do touch and I bring a lot of love to people and I sometimes I got people that I just love and I haven't even laid down with because I know I don't want to cross that line because if
Mhm.
we cross that line it's just gonna get like that. I know and then some people I just done cross like I don't know. It's just hard for me to think that I was made for just like one man. Like these men ain't worthy just for me to put all my eggs in their basket. Baby,
But how
please.
you know you gonna miss? How you know you're not gonna miss your one, baby, because you stretch so thin?
See, I ain't gonna make smart one if I keep my option open.
But you how you but what if he's watching you? What if your one was watching you right now, right?
He
And he's
probably like, I gotta work with my
and he's
baby.
hearing you say, I got these bodies. Now I'm running a number. I'm finna do I'm finna be. How do you know that your one is not looking at you from afar
But
saying,
he's not gonna be judging me either because we all gotta pass and we all gotta learn. Like if he's willing, he's gonna be teachable and coachable. He's gonna, he's gonna walk me through, and he's gonna be a God fearing man that help me to continue to stand my word, to continue to, like you said, pray off them spirits of just
Mhm.
like I just like I'm a fun like I don't know, like he gonna help me work through it.
yeah,
He
you
gonna
have
help me
to
work through
want
it.
to change though, to change. You
I
cannot,
do.
what I'm saying? Like if you in your heart say, because I watch you read the
Hmm.
scriptures on at night sometime. I watch you, but you gotta want the change in you.
Yeah, I
Change
do.
starts with you. You can't just say, I want to change, but then when I go out here, I'm weak in flesh. Because the
Right.
devil receives what you give him. So if you're
Hmm.
giving him and you're saying to the universe, I'm weak in flesh, I know I am. So
But
every
I
time,
might just be tricking the devil. I might be just being more clever than the devil because just because I might I like to be goofy and fun and stuff like that too. But that don't mean I'm just gonna easily give it to him or just gonna be. I'm just gonna enjoy. I just want to. I do. I have enjoyed life enough to just know that I don't want no more kids right now. I'm not gonna just be out here giving myself up to just be laying down with people and having kids. I'm at that point now. But I'm still saying I'm still gonna date them all. I'm gonna date them all. I'm gonna date them all. I'm gonna date them all. And may the best man fall and love me and help me and correct me. I'm not going to put all my eggs in somebody and waste my youth and my years
Mhm.
trying to get this one person to see me. I'm gonna be me, and the person that love me gonna see me and receive me and be like, you know what, I could. She'll work art right here, but I'm gonna make a masterpiece out of her, and that's what I want to be. I don't want my man at the finish line already who think he, what I'm saying. I want us to work through it and get there together. Like I'll work for it. I will work for it. You know what I'm saying?
One said,
But
"Who is the devil she's speaking of?"
who is
Like,
the devil?
because you have to, like, it's, I don't want to say you're delusional. I want to say that it's a brokenness in there somewhere. It's something disconnecting. You're not going to outsmart the devil. He's the devil. You're not going
Yeah.
to outsmart him. What he does is he put things in your face that you can see. He puts things that make it look good, and they make it things.
Yeah. And
Your
yeah,
flesh,
because
he knows your
he
flesh
is
is weak because you
beautiful.
speak it out loud. He already
Mm-hmm.
knows that part is easy. Like her flesh is weak. I can get to this one because her flesh
Hmm.
is weak. All I got to give her is this nigga that look good or this man that looks sexy.
No, no.
Give her a smile, and she's just
No.
in the mix of the loop already. So
It's not even that. And when I say see one thing, we have to not take everything so literal, or we have to not take everything so to heart, because I'm just giving off fun. But no, I'm just saying sometimes you can outwit, you know what I'm saying? The devil be thinking he got one up, but it's never that serious. He not going, his wiles and his schemes, I'm aware of them. And I know better. I just feel like I'm when it
you
comes to
just do it
men.
so basically you do it because you want to.
Yeah, I do what I want to do, and I'm not gonna let nobody think that just because they look good. My baby dad, I got ugly niggas. No pretty woman have a fine man. All the ugly girls got the fine man. We go after the ugly man, like the men who just we can
Oh
sharpen
no,
up.
I don't
Like
know where you get that from. Tamika says she's putting a whole lot of entering into things that does not exist. I agree. I agree.
she's putting a lot of inner. What that mean?
Like it's like it's almost like delusional, honey. She said it ain't no he. The state of mind is within. We got to stop blaming someone that we're not holding ourselves accountable for.
Yes,
So
y'all so
you
literal.
got to be accountable of your actions, the
Actions,
things that
yes.
you're doing, and the things that you're doing. You may not see it. Like I'm saying to you, you got 4 kids. Four
Mhm.
kids. Them kids is raising some of them kids in there when you're asleep or when you're not wanting to be
No,
attentive,
ma'am.
when
I
you're
don't
not.
put that response where they is. They definitely got my newborn baby because he was asleep. But baby, they not raising who? They ain't got that much. It ain't that much. Baby, no. They still. Tyler barely even know how to wipe the boo boo out his butt still. And girl, please, these kids ain't no. I get what they saying, but I feel like stop taking this like, see, y'all be so quick to judge people and they can't even be open and free to explain to you
No,
what
it is
it is.
unfiltered. We want you to be unfiltered.
You
We
know what I'm saying? It's like people be so, and people so quick to what works for me may not work for you. Some people like to throw their stones and hide their hands. Some people like to do stuff in the dark and try to show up in the light the next day. Me, I'm just an all around open book and open spirit. So me telling you certain things does not mean I'm just gonna go for it. Like I'm not dumb. I'm not a crash dummy. I'm just saying, like, if it's something I want to do, and because I know that the spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak. My flesh is weak. But if it's something that I know that may harm or end, I'm not just throwing myself out there in the fire.
so
Like,
why not say instead of saying, they say like affirmations over your life,
mhm.
instead of saying my flesh is weak, why not say my flesh ain't weak? I'm not. I'm stronger than that. I'm better
Because
than.
then then what if somebody tell you they heard you? Well, that's delusional. But I'm not. My flesh is
But
weak because
why is that not? Are you? Do you think your flesh is weak?
I know my flesh is weak.
What is it weak in? Tell me the things that it's weak in.
My flesh is weak. Okay, like me, I like to gamble. You ain't if I go to the store and I got five loose dollars going into the machine. My flesh is so weak. I'm so sorry. I think I'm finna hit. It's a false hope that I have that I'm finna hit some
Okay, you like
thousands
to
of
gamble.
dollars.
Okay, so this
Okay.
one.
Okay, so this okay. My flesh is weak. I might tell myself on a diet. I might walk in the store and see a sneaker. I might want to eat a sneaker because I ain't hungry no more when I eat a sneaker. Okay, my flesh is weak.
Okay.
Okay, my flesh is weak. I may be out with girls and I had a few drinks and this brother looking good. Now I'm feeling consensual because I don't know because he might.
Not with you. That's what I'm talking about. You got to control these things that
I
are
am, but I'm not gonna lie to
you.
myself and say my flesh weak because it's the same person who will act like okay, but then they'll go boom 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 and act like nothing happened. I'm trying to be true to myself to know that okay, I do need to shake these habits and I do need to get myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on myself. Like I'm working on myself.
So
Okay.
Tamika said, no one is judging you, sweetheart. We're all flesh made and we have the daily fight. We're flesh. Our flesh is
Yeah.
weak. It is weak sometimes. It is. That's true. And then she just said, say it, Shelly. And then Juan said, no one can live a lawless life, expect to make it in the kingdom. So he's saying you
Ooh.
can't live this lawless life and just expect to inherit the kingdom of God at some point. You have to
Right.
stop. It's repeated
Yeah.
mistakes. It's like if you keep saying I'm sorry and asking God for forgiveness and keep doing the same mistake, at some point He's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna let you learn. I'm gonna let you
Right.
learn because you're not learning. So
Mm-hmm.
at what point do you say, I've learned, I've done this, I've had these kids, I got these baby daddies, I got 4. You said your dad had 27 kids. How many baby mamas did he have?
Ooh, probably like 18, 19. I don't
And
I
did you
don't
look at that as good?
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not we're not going to enable the bad, okay? We just gonna understand that okay,
So
we
you
gotta
say
shake some
you're
habits.
basically saying I'm following the footsteps of my family.
No,
They
I'm basically saying I didn't understand when having a lot of kids became a crime or when it became bad. Like long as you're raising them, like I'm not out here hand out asking for I'm not out here my kids are like they're okay, they're good, they are in well-being kids in themed charter schools. Like my kids are good. So I'm just saying I never knew it was a crime or a bad thing to have a lot of kids if you're not out here struggling, they're not out here beat up in the system and you just out here living your life. It ain't like I'm saying I'm out here living my best of life and my kids are not tended to or cared for. Like that's not the case. Like I'm just trying to say when did it become a crime? Because I know grandmas who had 10, 11. When did it really became a problem for people to have a lot of kids
But we're
and
in a
they're
different
taking care of them?
we're in a different day and age now. Things ain't what it
Yeah,
used to be back then when it was okay
yeah,
when women really didn't work jobs and they just
yeah,
took care of the house and they was their job and their responsibility was the home and the children. We don't live like that now. We live when women
yeah.
work and the men work and one household ain't enough and 2 incomes got to be in that household for the
Right.
household to survive. So we're in a whole different day and age. So there's
Mm-hmm.
things that just stop normally, everything
Yeah.
changes in time. But at what point, my thing is to you, at what point do you say, okay, I'm done. I want to raise these kids to be 13, 14, 15 before I have
Mm-hmm.
another one. I mean, your oldest is 11. You just got
Mm-hmm.
a newborn.
I be like, I be myself that I start, but I don't feel bad, and I don't feel like it was no mistake made. I feel like I laid there. I knew that I could have a child. I got the child and knew, and I'm taking care of it. It's like I don't sit here. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. I
Said
don't know.
lack of masculine guidance. Um, Econ said we have to speak what we want and who we want to become. I believe
Amen.
that. I will agree with
Amen.
that. Unc said, "Oh, that the part that she hurt her." I keep thinking there's something in there. There's something more. Like there's something missing because behaviors are formed. Behaviors are what we make.
Mhm.
When you're broken, you're broken. If you
Mhm.
never fix that brokenness, you're still searching for
Mhm.
something to make you whole.
And I think he said
Kids
it, the
make you whole.
masculine. I
Yeah.
lost my daddy at a young age, so I think I did run to different men to feel in that little, like, like, okay, I wanted a man guidance sometimes. I wanted a man. So I think that was the little part that, I always, always wanted a partner, because it's one thing to be lonely and to be alone. Like, I don't mind being alone, but I don't want to be lonely. Like, I don't want to grow old and be lonely. I want to have a partner. I want to have, like, love. You know what I'm saying? I want a man. Like, I think I do, like, be wanting a man and masculine energy to guide me, because my dad was a thorough man. Like, he was a real man. Like, so I be really wanting that out of men sometimes, and you don't get that these days with men, because they always want to challenge your feminine, and
So maybe you're
so
looking for a father figure in his,
yeah,
and you're not
sometimes I think
getting it.
so.
And that's why you move around like you do.
Like that, yeah, and I be like, I'm not gonna just settle for these little, yeah. So I think that is the reason too, because I have four different baby fathers. So of course, I think
And
that's
each of them
yeah,
probably have something that you're lacking in, that you're
yeah,
needing from each of them.
hmm
So it's easier to have a variety, which we
hmm
do. When we're trying to heal, we get
yeah,
a variety of people and we say, you know what? This one brings this to my life. This one gives me a little
hmm
bit of this. This one might, be just enough. Like you said, the one was boring, so you needed excitement, but
yeah,
he was the
right,
foundation. He kept down the
right.
foundation. He wasn't keeping you on high energy, but he held down the foundation. But you needed the excitement.
Yeah, and that's what I think. And I had to, and it did come with just like I said, experience. And once I realized it's really nothing out here that I was really like chasing for, like, and it's like the excitement gonna always be out here, because that's what people draw to. But to really have a strong foundation and a person that's really ready to try to build you up and pour into you, that's not always out here. So yeah, yeah, I guess that's
And Clayton says,
basically
as I said earlier on before, she's got to love herself and learn from her mistakes. No one can fix her problems, but she's okay. What we are doing is elaborating. We're just elaborating on certain things.
yeah. So he right. So like I said, when you gotta dig, I gotta continue to dig a little deeper and continue to love on myself, because you know what I'm saying, I don't have it all figured out. But yeah, that's, and then I have to continue to draw into my word and draw into, what I'm saying, to what God, my godly ambience, and let that pour out of me, because I think I still pour out this inner child. Like, because you know what I'm saying, like, I had children young, so I still be searching for this inner child that's inside, and I be still living that out. But I think I am wise enough to know, like, certain stuff I don't want to keep repeating, and I don't want to keep repeating the cycles. Like, I think sometimes when you let loose, and you know what I'm saying, people just think that you're just going. But no, I'm not. I only go when I want to. I only move when I want to. Like, a lot of stuff don't move me, because I done had a lot of stuff before. So it's like a lot of stuff ain't moving me. But
Econ
like I
says
said,
definitely looking for a father figure within the men that she meets.
yeah.
Said, my dad transitioned when I was 7, and thankfully I had 5 brothers to guide me and direct me as much as they could.
And I
Like when
had
we're,
six
when we're
sisters.
looking for things, you see what I'm saying? When you're looking for something, you don't follow, and it's easier said than done. It
Hmm.
takes time. You're still young. I've known you your whole life, pretty
Yeah.
much. But in watching, I have to look and I have to say, you have to you're going to have to sit with yourself a little bit,
Hmm.
like really sit with yourself. And sometimes sitting with yourself and detaching from the things that are familiar
Hmm.
makes the difference. Because if you it's just like if you have a bird, right, and the bird
Hmm.
talks, and then you have a cage full of birds that don't talk, and you take this bird to talk and you put it with the ones that don't talk, and what's this going to do? The bird's going to follow the behavior of the ones that's in that cage. It's going to stop
Hmm.
talking. So if you have a bunch of friends and all y'all just run and do is making babies, and that's what looks good, and y'all about that life, and this is what y'all do, it's familiar behaviors, and they're broken. You gotta find people that are not broken. Who's whole in your life? Who's whole? Who is someone that you look up to and say, she's whole? She inspires me, or he inspires me, or they make me want more, or they make me want to do better. Who pours into you, Jayana? Who pours into your life? Who gives you the hand and say, girl, go out there and get that. You can do it. You can
You
win.
may not believe it or not, but you inspired me like through my whole life. You really taught me my feminine girl, soft girl era. Like I didn't know feminine era or soft, like I didn't know that until I met you. You the first person took me to go get my hair professionally done or do my makeup and make me realize like girls, you used to tell me I'm a tomboy. I was a boy. Like I used to be like one of the bros. So I used to just like be with girls, but
I didn't know that.
like I was a boy, like I was like tomboy. So it took for me to run into you and your family to like kind of help me to, and I didn't have like role models and figures like that growing up. Like I had trauma people, like people I did not want to be like. So it's like, yeah, I don't have people around me that, and a lot of my friends don't really like. I'm think I'm the one with all the kids. Like I don't have.
But do your friends pour into you? What do they encourage you to do better at? Do you have friends
Yes,
that say, girl,
I
get out there
do.
and get it. Girl, go out there and we're going to win. Girl, we're going to build this
Yes,
content. Girl, we're gonna do this together. You have to have people that
I do.
speak right into you.
And I think I'm the friend that speak life into me. And then I have my words like this. I have this right here, this Bible, the basic instruction before I leave this earth. I have this that I pour into and I run to, and I find my guidance and my structure. Like I think, like you know what I'm saying. I have friends who pour into me too, but I think I pour into me. I think I don't give up on myself. So
And you can. I've always known you to be a fighter. And I think,
I
you
don't
know,
give up.
as a person that watches you grow, and I watch you, I pay attention. I may not come out and jump out and show it, but
Mhm.
I feel like you have came a long way. You have, from what I know of you. Before you used to want to fight everybody. That spirit left you. You always want to lay hands on somebody, and then that left you. But that's brokenness. That's
Mhm.
brokenness. Then you had that first baby, and I was there for that one to pop out too. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that, and I'm like, life begins here. And what I say to you when you was younger, I said, there's going to be more. You're going to have some more
Mhm.
of these if you don't slow up. And then you had baby number 2. And then I said, oh, there's one more coming. I ain't seen number 4 now, but I saw 3. And I said, you don't have many of them. I think I spoke that. I probably shouldn't have spoken it over your life. But I remember telling you things in specific, like if you don't stop this, and this is the outcome. If you don't look at yourself and give yourself a hug and say, you know what, I had these babies, I take care of my kids, I do the best I can, but I love me. I love me. And I'm not talking about the broken part of you. I'm talking about the whole of you. When you look at that
Right.
little girl, that little child that's hurting, that's broken, the little one that you left in the wind that probably need a hug too, and you need to love on her a little bit and say, I'm
Mhm.
sorry that I broke you. I'm sorry that I disappointed you, but I'm working on me. I'm working on
Yeah.
me. Y'all have work to do. Y'all.
Yes, because my middle baby, my daughter Tiana, she do be feeling like that sometimes. Like, well, I'm here too. Like, you treated Sonny like the baby for the longest. Now you got another baby, so
But
I
you
do be
went
feeling like
right. So
that.
she's
So
so she's probably lacking something that she's going, I'm yearning for my mama. I'm yearning for, and what are you? That's why I said, what are you taking from each child? You may not think you taking nothing because you give them everything and they laughing and they smiling, but kids feel differently. You can talk to one of my kids and they might say, my mama don't do nothing. Then you might talk to the other kid and the other kid gonna say, my mama do everything. You see what I'm saying? It depends on
mhm.
what kid is telling the story.
Yeah, for sure, for
You see what I'm
sure.
saying? You have to pay attention to those things. And I think you're doing good. I think you have came a long way. I do. That's why I wanted you on
And
here.
I still got a long ways to
You got a
go.
long way.
Like,
But you have to pray, stay in that word, like you've been in that word, stay in
mhm,
it. But when you in it, don't be in it like joking, be in it in spirit and flesh, be out, out of everything around you needs to stop. And you need to really be in it and say, God, if I'm going to fight these things away from me and I want this stuff, my flesh can't be weak like this. I can't, like you
right.
said, I like to gamble. I like a snicker. I want to do, temptations are real. I've been celibate now for a minute, for a good little minute. I gave myself this 30-day, 45. I think I'm on 45 days now. I probably about to run out my own head. But at the same time, I have to sit and go, this body is on reservation. I want a husband. So if I want a husband, I got to have wife-like material
Right.
I'm asking for him. So if I'm asking God, bring me this, I can't behave like this.
Amen. Mhm, mhm. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying to you. If you take anything from this podcast today, I'm saying it to you as a mother figure in your life. Baby,
Mm-hmm.
you got to dig in that soul of yours and you got to say, okay, I got my 4 kids, I got my army.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for me to live and build my legacy. What does that look like? When my little girls grow up and they looking at me and they say, my mama did that. And
Right.
she did
Which,
it.
and that's the one thing I be thinking, like, how can I leave my, like, I need to leave my mark, like, for them, like, I got to do something significant that they could look back and be like, my mama overcame, my mama, she did that. But I'm getting there. Like, I want to get to that place, and I have to stop thinking like, okay, girl, you know what, I just gotta, like, for real, grow up. Like you said, gotta sit with myself and, like, grow up. Like, I still be chasing that inner child sometimes because I be like,
You got to forgive her.
like
You
I
got
have
to
to
sit
forgive
with
her.
yourself. Literally, I had to do this. You got to sit with yourself and you got to forgive the younger version of you and say, look, I'm sorry I failed you. I'm sorry that I went through this. I'm sorry that I did it. I'm sorry that I hurt you the way I did. I'm
Mm-hmm.
broken, but I'm healing and I'm on a path of elevation. And this is where I'm going. If you keep trying to, if you don't respect for that little girl and forgive her, you're going to keep being broken, baby. You got
Mm-hmm.
to forgive that first.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get past that forgiveness, you're going to be all right.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
got faith in you, and I believe that. I really do. You know, like I say, I watch you. I keep my eyes on you closely. You may not know I'm watching in the dark. I watch. I pay attention.
Mhm.
You know, and
And and
you
he
know,
said
learn.
he kind of said you have to surround yourself. Yeah, and I don't surround, like, I surround myself with just where I'm at right now. I don't be around people that really, like, push and tell me, like, okay, you are beautiful, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have too many people like that. I have friends, like, I have a good girlfriend that pour into me. My friend, like, she's everything. I have Nay. Nay always tell me I'm beautiful, always glam me up and let me know that I'm
Mhm.
her. I have I have people that really, like, got, like, they see me and be like, girl, you got the potential, but you do have to slow it down a little bit. Like, I do have to pump the brakes and, you know what I'm saying?
You
And
do. You have to, or
yeah,
you're gonna get to be 45 and 50, and
yes,
you're
I'm
gonna look
30
at
now. I
your
just
life
turned
and you're gonna
30.
say, I didn't do this. You see what I'm saying? You got to stop somewhere.
Weeping, we're feeding the baby.
Who that, Sonny?
Where my baby at?
And I'm in with Tiana, but Tiana's asleep.
What, Tyler?
Tyler's in his room and just kicked me out his room.
Mhm.
Sounds adorable. But our hour is up anyway. And I know the baby's probably crying. He probably in there kicking a whole fit because he needs the mama now. That's that alone time. The babies are coming and saying, "Mama, come get off the podcast."
Yes.
The babies need baby in now. But Jana, I really do. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for sharing your story with everybody. Hopefully,
Mhm.
you know, people, please do share and like and subscribe. You know, to the channel. It's about bringing awareness to people. And
Yeah.
it is, like you said, you couldn't relate to the people that I played in the beginning because that's not your brokenness. Your brokenness is your father. And I'm gonna let you know
And
this.
childhood and stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah.
you got to start there first. You got to heal that first before you can heal anything else. And you have to figure out how to heal that first. So that's my advice to you. I love you as always. You know, I always will. But you just have to you have to dig into Jayana. You do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be that mom, that example that you want your kids to really see. You know what I mean? Like when you're looking at your little girls, you got to think of, what am I showing them that they're going to remember?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them starting at 13, 14, 15 having babies. That ain't what you want to give them. You want to say, baby, this is better than that. And you don't want to be
Okay.
throwing baby showers when they're 16. You see what I'm saying? That ain't the look we giving these black girls. We're not doing that. And especially if you're telling you want, you know, them to come to me at any point. They need it, but they might need to be around Auntie Mimi so I can structure them a little bit.
Yeah.
But you have
And
to,
definitely,
you have
they are the total opposite of me. Do you not know? Like, I don't look at my kids and see no mirror reflection of me. Like, I don't see that. I be thinking like, dang, how did a girl like me, how a girl like me had such kind, loving, sweet, tender little mercies like them. So I do. That's what my grace come in at. Like, I just thank God that, like, for real. I just think and he got his hands on me, real, real, real. He got his hands on me, and I'm gonna continue to let him work for me and through me, and I'm gonna get there. I got faith
And
in
you
myself
you got
too.
time, you know, but just make
Right.
sure you be true to you. You know,
Hmm.
take that from here. Be true to yourself. Be the amazing person that you know you can be. Get around
Hmm.
people that pour into you. That pour into
Yes, and
you.
I think only God drew you to just, kind of come and capture me, because I do need to be around more like people that are elevating and doing things, and it could keep me focused, because I don't be around that. I'm not exposed to all that. You get what I'm saying? So I just thank God that you was able to mirror the woman who you are, and I know you see in me to keep, like, pull me up out of that, because you done been there, you done done that, and I tell you all the time, you like a real example and role model for me, and have always been, and I love you, and I thank you,
Love you.
thank
Thank
you,
you
thank
so
you,
much.
thank you, thank
You're
you.
gonna make me cry. Look, you about bringing tears to my eyes, but we ain't crying on this show today now. But anyway, y'all, that's our hour. We got to go. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much, Gianna, for coming on. I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Gianna, tell them where they can find you if they want to follow you on social media.
On all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, JB Bryce, JB and her mini me's. I write poetry, poems. I get into my word. I'm still learning, growing, and I'm glowing through the process. So, bear with me, and, come and be teachable with me. And yeah, y'all can find me. Y'all can find your girl. Hopefully Mama Michelle have me on here again, because we shook y'all up a little bit today.
Absolutely. Y'all be great, be fabulous, be blessed. Keep watching, keep pressing, pushing past all the pain. As I always say, love on somebody, hug on somebody like you're supposed to. Tell somebody,
Hug yourself.
hug yourself. Be happy that you here and you alive, and keep winning, y'all. Let's keep winning, and we out of here. Mwah, I love y'all. Be great, be fabulous. Bye.
Girls, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, do you know this? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Shani Lavely and Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the screen, the vibe is bold. Shani Lavely and Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and voice. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shani Lavely and Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Everywhere. Oh yeah, grown top vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.